today I'm going to be doing my February wrap-up and March TBR. So I finished 7 books in February, and I have a review for about half of these books. So leave them linked down below. And yeah, let's get into my wrap-up and my March TBR. So, first book I'm going to show you guys is Gilded Cage by Vic James. And this is the first in a new fantasy dystopian series. And this is an arc. I won it from a Goodreads giveaway. I did do a review of this one, so I will leave that link down below so you guys can check it out, because I do have a full review of this one. Okay, so the next one I also have a review of, so I will leave those links down below as well. But the next one is The Heir by Kira Cass. I read The Heir and The Crown. I don't have The Crown to show you guys because I got it from the library and I already returned it, but I will put a picture up in the corner. But I read The Heir and The Crown in February, and I did a review of both of these books, as well as Happily Ever After, which is the companion to the Selection series. And like I said, I will leave my review for all 3 of these books down in the description below. So the last 3 books I'm going to talk about are part of a series that I finally finished this year. And it was one of my series that I said I think I posted my series to finish in 2017. I think I posted that beginning of this year in January. And this is one of the series that I said I was going to finish this year. And I did it. And that is the Vampire Academy series, books 4, 5, and 6, which is Blood Promise, Spirit Bound, and Last Sacrifice. I will put a picture of him up here to show you guys, because I just don't feel like carrying these books over here. Yeah, I got to finish books 4, 5, and 6 this year. And I loved this series. I loved how it ended. And there were so many twists and turns in the series. And I will say that, okay, since I finished Throne of Glass in January, I have been comparing other books that I've read since then to Throne of Glass. I tried not to, I really do, but it's hard not to, because then I want to compare it to Throne of Glass, and I'm like, well, this is good, but not as good as Throne of Glass. So, yeah, I try not to do that. I need to do better at that. I need to really try not to compare, especially because, of course, all books are different, all series are different, so I really shouldn't compare them. But ever since I finished that series, I'm just like, I'm kind of, even though I've been reading a lot, I'm still kind of in a Throne of Glass slump, because no matter what I read, I'm like, this is good, but doesn't compare to Throne of Glass, and I need more Throne of Glass. So, yeah, I need to not do that. Anyway, I really enjoyed it, though. I really liked where the series went with the rest of the books. So, starting from, like, Blood Promise picks up right after where Shadow Kiss leaves off, and it is just non-stop action, fast-paced, from there on throughout the rest of the series, which I loved. And with the series, um, there's just so many twists and turns, and it just leaves you wanting more and more. Like, you can't help turning the pages and wanting to know, okay, what's gonna happen now? What's gonna happen now? And especially the end of Spirit Bound, the way Spirit Bound ended, such a huge cliffhanger, such like, holy crap, what's going on? What's gonna happen? And so definitely had to pick up Last Sacrifice and see how it all ends and turns out, and I really enjoyed it. This series, I will say one thing with this series is it definitely keeps you wanting to turn the page, especially the end of the chapters, because the end of the chapters, all of the chapters end on like a mini cliffhanger. So you get to the end of the chapter and you're like, what's going on now? So you have to keep going. So each chapter like leaves you on a mini cliffhanger that makes you want to go, I forget sleep, forget eating, forget everything. I need to know what's gonna happen. So yeah, I pretty much devoured these books and I love them. I think I gave, I can't remember. I think I gave them about 4 out of 5 stars. I think I gave each of them about 4 out of 5 stars. So I really enjoyed it. I will say the only thing I was kind of like, I wish it was done a little bit differently was Dimitri's character in the last book, Last Sacrifice. Dimitri goes through a lot. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but Dimitri goes through a lot and he changes a lot. And him in the last book, he's gotta kind of reconcile some things that happened to him and things that he did, and it just, I felt like his character development in the last book was a little quickly done, a little bit quickly. Um, like I would have liked to seen a slower, like, I don't know if I'm explaining this good, but just slower development of his character. Maybe starting from book 5 with Spirit Bound, and then, because I just thought in the last book, he does go through a lot of character growth, and there's a lot of character growth that both him and Rose go through, but I felt like his was a little bit quick. Rose too, but I noticed it more so with Dimitri than Rose, just because of some of the things he had to go through. And so I felt like it was done a little bit quickly, and wish that could have slowed down just a bit. But other than that, like, I really enjoyed this series. However, I will say, as much as I did enjoy this series, I don't think I will continue with Bloodlines. Bloodlines is the spin-off of Vampire Academy, and Bloodlines, I believe, follows Sydney's character, which Sydney is introduced in the 4th book or the 5th. I think she was introduced in the 4th one, Blood Promise. Maybe it was the 5th. I can't remember, but either the 4th or the 5th book, Sydney's character is introduced, and I mean, I like her character enough. Her character is okay to me, but I didn't love it. I didn't love her enough to want to read a whole series about her character. So, yeah, Those are the books that I read in February. So now let's jump into the books that I want to read in March. So for March, I've got a pretty big and ambitious TBR. There are quite a bit of books on my list for March. So, like I said, this is a pretty ambitious TBR. But we'll see how much of it I can actually get through. I have actually already finished 2 books in March, and I'm filming this on the 5th, March 5th. So I've already finished 2 books, so yay. We'll see how many more I can get through by the end of the month. But I'm going to start off with what I am currently reading right now, which is The Child Thief by Brahm. And this is a dark retelling of Peter Pan. It is really good so far, and I'm really enjoying it. So, yeah. Hopefully I can get it done this week, but it is kind of a bigger book, so we'll see. I think it's over 500 pages, maybe, or close to 500. So we'll see. We'll see how I do, but I want to hopefully finish it this week. But so far, it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. And also, The Child Thief is, it's actually an adult novel, and I did say I want to read more adult and also middle grade this year, because I tend to read a lot of YA, which I love YA, don't get me wrong, but I do want to read more adult and some more middle grade as well. And I haven't read any so far this year, so I figured for March I'd pick up The Child Thief. It goes perfect with my theme for March, because usually in the springtime, March and April, I tend to read more fairy tale retellings and fairy tale type books. So Child Thief, Peter Pan retelling works perfect for this theme for this month. So yeah, and it's going to be the first adult novel that I will have read this year. And it was on my, I think I did a top 5 Wednesday video last year of the books that I really want to get to in 2017. Books that have just been on my shelf for a while that I want to get to. And Child Thief was definitely one that was on that list. So I'm super excited to be reading it now. The next one I got is The Last Ever After. This is the 3rd and final book in the School for Good and Evil trilogy. And this one is a middle grade one. And so I definitely want to try to get to it this month and finish off this series. I have read the first 2. I really enjoyed them. So now I just need to finish the last book. And hopefully I can get to it this month. I don't know. We'll see. Because I've got quite a bit of books on this list, on my TBR list. And all of them are pretty big, thick books. So we'll see if I can get through it. If not, I'll try to get to it in April. But yeah, I do want to try to get to this one. And again, this fits, all of these books fit my fairy tale theme for this month, seen as the School for Good and Evil. Basically, the School for Good has prince and princesses that are destined to be in like a fairy tale, and the School for Evil has students that learn to be villains and try to ruin the prince and princess's fairy tale ending. So yeah, definitely a fairy tale theme book. So perfect for this one. The next one on my list is one that I'm going to be reading probably for my book club. We had a poll. We did a poll for what book we would be reading in March. And so the book we'll be reading in March is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This is a Queen of Hearts retelling, and this cover, the more and more I look at it, I'm like, the more and more I realize how pretty it is. So anyway, yeah, we'll be reading Heartless for March, Queen of Hearts retelling. So can't wait for that, especially because it's Marissa Meyer, and I'm going to be reading the rest of her series this month as well. So the next book I'm going to pick up after The Child Thief is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. This is the second book in the Lunar Chronicles series. Definitely want to get to this month. This is a, I believe, Little Red Riding Hood retelling. Then after that, I'm picking up Cress, which is a retelling of Rapunzel, as you can see by her long hair. So Rapunzel retelling. And then I'm going to be picking up Winter by Marissa Meyer, which this one is a Snow White retelling. And then I've got Ferris, which is Queen Lavanna's story. This is a novella. It's based on the Queen in the Lunar Chronicles. So this is her story. And I think from the back of this, it looks like I might read Ferris in between Cress and Winter. Maybe after Cress, before Winter. I don't know. That's the order it shows it on the back. So I don't know if that's the order you should read it in or not. If you guys know, let me know, because with these novellas, I'm not sure which order I should be reading them in. So if you guys know, let me know. And then, of course, the last one, part of the Lunar Chronicles series again, is Stars Above by Marissa Meyer. This one, again, is the novellas. It's, I believe, a collection of short stories. So, yeah, from the Lunar Chronicle world. So, yeah, there's this one. Again, I don't know what order I should read these novellas, if I should read them after the whole series or in between certain books. I don't know. But if you guys have read them and you know, let me know in the comments below what order I should read these in. So the next one I got is The Beast is an Animal, and this one is a 2017 debut, which, so for my TBR jar challenge, the challenge that I picked out of my TBR for March was to read a 2017 debut, and this is a 2017 debut, and this was on my most anticipated books of 2017 list. So definitely want to read this month. I don't know that this really fits fairy tale retelling. At first I thought it was a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, maybe, because the Beast is an animal. But it talks about soul eaters in here. So, not really sure. I'll have to read it and see what I think. But when I did see that it talked about soul eaters, I think I mentioned it in my other video, It reminded me of the sirens on this season of Vampire Diaries. So it'll be interesting to go into this and see what they're like, what the Soul Eaters are like. That's pretty much it for my February wrap up and my March TBR. Let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these books. Let me know what you've thought of them and which ones I just need to get to like now. So let me know in the comments below and let me know what you guys are planning on reading in March. I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye.